And the breaking news is also once again related to the CBSE paper leaks case, with protests raging in the national capital against the CBSE board. The Delhi crime branch has now sought a reply from Google. This after there was an email that was sent to the CBSE chairperson with JPEGs of handwritten question papers. So JPEG is a format for compressing image files, and that is why an explanation has now been sought from Google. Pooja Shali joins us for more details and updates. Pooja, clearly the investigators are expanding their probe, but what is this information about, these files were shared on Google and were sent to the CBSE chairperson? What exactly has happened?
So more sources in the Delhi police are now revealing that which was well known in the past few days as well, that the CBSE had received a complaint. They had received at least some sort of information that the paper is either being leaked or there is an already leaked handwritten paper that has done the rounds. Now what we are being told is that it appears that Google has been sought a response, because from one Gmail address an email had been sent to the CBSE with JPEG small resolution images of a handwritten question paper. The question paper that is also now doing rounds on social media, which led to the massive controversy. The question now is, if the CBSE was well aware of it, why did it not take cognizance of it at the earliest? Did it feel it was only a rumor? It did not want to spread panic? Why did it decide not to cancel the examination? Did it think it was a fake letter, a fake paper doing the rounds? So that is something that even the crime branch will now want to explore. So it is very likely, if the Google is able to pin down on which address was this, they may have more lead on this issue. But the question again is, the one who may have sent this email address clearly sent it with an intention, and the intention was to alert the CBSE to basically take some action at the earliest, which it seems now did not happen. If the CBSE can confirm now that they did look into it, that they did take it further, then probably there may be a defense from the side of the CBSE at all. But as of now, yes, a mail was received, and if sources are to be believed, Google also has been sought a response. It is only to track the whole procedure, because again, I repeat, it's like a needle in the haystack. It's social media, it's WhatsApp. Within seconds, question papers or any photograph can go around. So who started it? Who originated? Who is the source of originating
Absolutely.
it?
And that's going to be really one of the priorities for the investigators, to try and trace the trail of the leak paper, to find that source that led to the leak. Pooja, thanks so much for joining us. CBSE students, meanwhile, have taken to the streets in Delhi. The National Student Union of India, the activists are protesting outside Udyog Bhavan in the national capital. In fact, students were also protesting outside the CBSE headquarters at Indraprastha Extension as well. Security has also been beefed outside the HRD Minister's office. Section 144 has been imposed. The students are also leading a march to the minister's residence. Protesters were seen holding massive placards and banners, and now they are demanding the re-examination for all the papers, and are also refusing to sit for the re-examinations. In fact, our CBSE students were seen taking to the streets. India Today's Moshmi Singh gets us this ground report from Udyog Bhavan in Delhi.
CBSE students are up against the leak of the examination paper of economics and maths, and you can see these young lives are really harassed and upset over the way the leak has happened. Yesterday, we saw them come out on the streets. We spoke to the HRD minister, but they haven't really got real answers, and you can see why we pay back for your mistake. Don't play with our future. Underutilization of technology by CBSE. We all stand for justice. Now they have various demands, and this is not any protest by a particular organization or an association. These are random students who have actually come out and are really upset.
Okay, so these are the visuals of that massive protest that presently is underway. And so far, what we do know is that the Delhi police have questioned officials from the examination centers. They are questioning officials from the CBSE board. They're also interrogating various tutors at coaching centers. And while the investigations are taking place on one side, there was also information that we broke a short while back with the government also mulling various options and also seriously considering to announce the dates for the re-examination only for the national capital, because other governments in fact have said that if this leak has nothing to do with our students, then why should our students get affected or suffer for the same? So the government right now exploring all options. Pooja Shali is with me, and Pooja, you know, this is a very frustrating time for the student community. It's also a very distressing and tense period for the parents as well. I'm wondering, what does the NSUI have to do by organizing this protest outside the minister's residence and Udyog Bhavan?
The Congress clearly, Avantika, is cashing in with the political opportunity, and NSUI is the youth wing. It is also representing the students' causes as well. So they, of course, have been quick to get into it. Now, while that may seem fair because the Congress has been, as an opposition party, attacking the union government led by the BJP, and of course, with the union government already embroiled with allegations of financial scams, this may also come as an unexpected and attack which of course caters to lakhs of students and lakhs of parents. As of now, the investigators are probing one by one, and in the past 24 hours, they have quizzed over 35 students already from 10th and 12th standard, specifically with regard to two papers: mathematics paper for the 10th standard and economics paper for the 12th standard. And the lead that they have managed till now is of a coaching center in West Delhi, of the owner, of where did he get an access, of the students who were studying in that coaching center. But I can tell you, from the students I spoke to yesterday, have very categorically said that they were not part of that coaching center, and yet they did have information that some of their schoolmates had an access to paper. Now, they rubbished it as completely fake and went on to give their maths and economics paper, later realizing that probably the leak paper was not exactly a rumor, but some of the schoolmates had an access to it, which means, if sources are to be believed, that in the crime branch, they've managed to come down to a figure of at least 1,000 students who may have had an access. And these are only information coming in from the investigators who are probing, and not from the CBSE at all.
All right, Pooja, just kindly stay on with me. The crime branch, which is investigating the paper leak scam for the first time, has even summoned the CBSE controller of the examination. Sources say that he was interrogated for about 4 hours along with 2 other officials. He was also asked about the security features that are adopted by the CBSE. There were several questions that were put forth to the officials. The few of them were: how are the papers printed and where are the papers printed? How are the papers transferred to the examination centers? What steps are then taken by CBSE to ensure that the papers are protected? India Today has also learned that initially the people who had access to those leaked examination papers were charging 35,000 rupees. And according to sources, a few parents who did get access to those leaked exam papers resold it to other parents at a cost of 5,000 rupees. Investigation so far has revealed that the leak is confined only to Delhi, and that the number of students who access the question paper can be around 1,000. HRD Ministry is mulling doing a re-examination only for the national capital. Other states have petitioned the government, saying that why should their students suffer if the leak took place in Delhi itself. So in all probability, students of class 10th and 12th will have to reappear for their mathematics and economics exams respectively. The CBSE's announcement on Wednesday left students bitterly disappointed and parents understandably stressed as well. Let's take a look at this report.
After giving the board exam, I just got to know that again we need to give a re-board exam kind of thing. There is no fault of us, and still we need to take all sort of troubles and all, and we need to again do it day and night to do as good as we did it, because that paper was damn easy.
Kolkata's Rupanjan Brahmachari is dejected. Just when he thought that he had passed the final barrier and overcome the terror of maths, the CBSE announced that examinations will be reconducted for Class 10 Maths and Class 12 Economics papers.
This is for the first time that I am satisfied by giving a maths exam. So, it's really...
Mumbai's Vedant Kulkarni is lamenting not just the waste of his hard work, but even of his parents.
I'm really helpless on this situation because everybody, my parents, everyone has worked very hard for this. And we are not at all at fault in all this. So, it seems kind of unfair.
For Delhi's Class 12 student Apeksha Rao, re-examination of the economics paper will only add to her woes. She still has to sit for her sociology and psychology exams.
As a humanities student, I feel like I have 2 more exams to give right now. I thought that I'll go out with my friends and have fun after, we worked for like 2-3 months easily. Date bhi nahi pata, so I think we have to reschedule everything.
Class 10 Hyderabad student Samarth says his friends are planning to file petitions and fight the injustice, but not him.
They want to create petitions and then they want to fight against CBSE, but I feel there's no point in it anymore. We just have to face whatever we're thrown at and experience it. Yeah.
Anger is spilling onto streets. Students and parents are demanding strict action by the government.
We have studied a lot. We have do a lot of hard work, and it is so unfair for everyone, for not just even for 12th or 10th.
As students suffer, CBSE seems to be in a holiday mode. Their office is shut for the extended weekend. And a full 24 hours after the paper leak scandal exploded, the CBSE chief returned to Delhi. But she had nothing to say.
हम लोग बच्चों के हित में काम कर रहे हैं और बहुत ही जल्दी बता भी देंगे कि एग्ज़ाम के डेट्स क्या हैं और किसी को बच्चों को चिंता करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, हम उनके साथ हैं.
And the police try to join the dots in the scam. It is the innocent students who are left to suffer. Bureau Report, India Today.
Let me go straight across now once again to my colleague Pooja Shali. And Pooja, personally, if I was in the place of any of those students, I would have also experienced the same kind of frustration and dejection. It is unfair to those students who have worked so hard to once again sit for these exams, and this is unprecedented. Clearly, the CBSE has a lot of answering to do as well as to why have they failed to ensure the sanctity of the examination process.
And we're talking about not only lakhs of students who appeared for the board examinations, but also lakhs of parents who were clearly with their wards and of course had been feeling an equal level of stress and anxiety over the board examinations because of these crucial examinations. The next level of their education is also planned out. Now, just to give you an update with regard to investigations, sources in the crime branch have said that the controller of examinations, CBSE, has also been questioned to find out links, not as much as a suspect, but also to find out links as to where is there a possibility that the papers can get leaked. Was there a callousness at the level of the officials? Was it the involvement of somebody beyond the CBSE and probably at a more local level? Because this is not only about the national capital. We're talking about social media and smartphones. It doesn't take long for a question paper from Delhi to reach other states as well. So as of now, of course, the investigators are trying to restrict to information gathered to the national capital. We'll wait and watch if that remains or it could expand its base. Also, about 35 to 40 students of 10th and 12th have also been questioned. Or where did they have an access to the question paper? Their parents will also be very soon contacted. One coaching center we know owner have been detained. But is it only a small fish, Avantika, or the investigators are one by one leading to probably the mastermind? Because they will have to ensure at some level that they have managed to hit the nail. Otherwise, the students will continue to fear that there can be a repeat in the next repeat exam as well.
Absolutely. Pooja, just stay on with me. While students in India, and especially in the national capital, are fuming and have been left appalled after finding out that the class 10th and class 12th math and economic papers was leaked, China's annual board examination is an example for India to learn from. SWAT teams are put in place to guard the papers. Drones, in fact, are deployed to curtail cheating attempts. And GPS trackers are also there to ensure that the papers are delivered to centers without any foul play. Perhaps these are just some of the mechanisms that China uses to ensure free and fair examination process. But can this serve as a lesson for India? Let's take a look at this report.
If there is any board exam that rivals the CBSE's in terms of sheer size, it is China's annual board exam, Gaokao. Every year, over 10 million students vie for only 3 million college spots.
In China, the public examination called the Gaokao is as high pressure as it is in India, with children right from primary school here in Beijing beginning preparations. There is, because of the high stakes, also cheating and leaked papers in the past. But what is different is China has in the past year cracked down with a host of measures.
Here's what Chinese authorities have done to curb cheating. It fields SWAT teams to guard exam papers. All exam centers are under drone surveillance. GPS trackers ensure the papers are delivered to exam centers without any foul play. And if all this fails, the cheaters land a 7-year-long jail term. That's not all. China also uses cutting-edge technology to deal with new-age cheating tools. Drones flying at 500 meters above exam centers also stops radio signals that may be transmitted to students. So Bluetooth is out of the question. In addition to all this, the government has also set up information lines for the public to report any malpractice during exams. But these are not the only security measures deployed by China. And here is the highlight. The country uses new generation biometric authentication technique that goes beyond fingerprints to verify the identity of students.
Exam papers are now tagged with GPS when they are circulated to ensure they can't be diverted or sold. And now in Beijing, even SWAT teams are used to protect examination papers to prevent them from being leaked. And for those that are caught, a 7-year jail term awaits with no exceptions, whether they are teachers or students. Reporting for India Today in Beijing, China, this is Anand Krishna.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.